to have a chance to welcome all the new nurses coming in. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and here we go. So give me one sec. And okay, can you guys tell me what you see? You see the screen with my presentation, right? Correct?
Yes, we can see it correctly.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Emily.
So what I'm going to do today, I know I only have 15 minutes. I'll make it quick. So today I wanted to share a little bit about our program overview and our hiring process. At the end of the presentation, I will be sharing also some of the important dates and info sessions that are coming up for you guys to mark it down, okay? Juan, can you share with me who are in the audience today? Do we have some students that are going to graduate and whatnot?
Yeah, so we do have a mix of attendees. We have students, soon to be grads, students who will continue in the next year or so. We have some community members as well. So it's kind of like a mix of folks interested, yeah.
Hey, fabulous. Okay, thank you. All right. So also wanted to share with you guys that these are our leaders. So over at the Patient Care Services Education and Onboarding Leader. So we have Dr. Jennifer Bear. She is our executive director and ACNO for Professional Practice, Innovation, and Outcomes. And then we have Melanie Guerrero. She is our Nursing Professional Development Manager and also our serving as our Transition to Practice Program Director for accreditation or PTAP accreditation. And then there's me. I did a quick introduction about myself, and then also my my partner in crime per se, Melissa Tompkins. She's our Senior Professional Development Associate that has a really great large oversight and leadership on operation planning, program management over our residency program and our RN fellowship. So we have also our TA team as well. I'm not sure if Andre is here on the call, but Andre and Claudia, Rosemary and Eileen, they are our TA team and really work closely with us and also with our incoming candidates. So the objective for today is we're going to talk a little bit about our program overview. I'm going to share a little bit about our key application components, our screening and interview process, our interview scoring rubric, and also some important date and deadline, and also professional development and benefits at CHLA, if you do happen to join our team. So our program overview, it is a 1-year-long program, and we have 16 weeks immersion period and also 36 weeks post-immersion period. So during your immersion period, and also depending on whether if you're getting hired into our message floor or our ICU setting, or if you're our cross trainer at our Heart Institute, your immersion period will be a little bit different, but everyone who join us in the RN residency program will go through our Patient Care Services Orientation Week that goes for all the new hires that comes in here. We also have Fundamental Skills Week where where they help give them some foundational nursing skills in the pediatric setting with us, given that we know a lot of the candidates that are joining with us has various experience in the patient population, especially for our pediatric world. And we really wanted to share with them how we do things here at CHLA. How do you put a blood pressure cuff on the kiddo? How do you talk to patient and family? How do you work with all the physicians and all the our child life specialists, all the people that we have here at CHLA? So that is a great way for them to give them a safe space to really get to know our system, to get to know their peer, get to know their colleagues and whatnot. And then they're going to have come back with some classroom time as well to have different lecture. We have different subject matter experts to come to our classroom to give amazing lecture about different topics. We also created something called the action days. Those are days where they are going to go to a sim center and focus on simulation and also skills. Of course, we have one-on-one unit preceptorship. We also really heavy on our emotional and mental support system here at CHLA. So we definitely have 3 debriefing sessions During immersion period, we have 2 residency rounds and also 1 progress meeting being scheduled with me, just so that I can check on with you to see how you're doing as a new graduate nurse, and what are some of the challenges you're experiencing, just giving them a safe place to share their progress with me. And then after you are able to transition to independent practice, then you are going to dive into our post-immersion period, where we'll bring you back into a classroom setting 6 times. We call them booster days, because those are days we're going to boost up your knowledge. So we have booster days, and we focus on our evidence-based practice project. We talked a little bit about professional development. We also sprinkle in a little bit of the briefing sessions, talk a little bit about advanced system management, and also when you're about to hit the first birthday here at CHLA with us, we also schedule another progress meeting with me, so that I can check in with you to see how you're doing now. You're practicing independently as a nurse, and also what is your next step? What are some of the goal setting you have set for yourself as you are heading into your 2nd year here at CHLA? Another amazing things that we have here at CHLA is we have something called post-RN residency support, where we have a mentorship program called Year 2 Mentorship, Y2M, where we pair you guys with one-on-one with a mentor from our hospital to really continue to guide you through what your 2nd year is going to look like in terms of your professional development, if you're experiencing some challenges on the unit, anything, right? We really wanted to be there for you and support you holistically. So those mentors are really being selected from us, and they will help support you, during your personal needs and also your clinical professional development while you're here at CHLA. So what are some of the key components that we have here for our application process? So you will be submitting a cover letter. You will be submitting a CV or resume to us. You have an opportunity to select 1 to 2 unit preferences that you would like to join us here at CHLA. And there are some essay questions that you will need to submit your response to. Also wanted to share with you that the letter of recommendation are neither required or accepted, okay? So what are some of the cover letter tips that we'd like to share with you all? Is definitely share what makes you stand out. The only way for us to really get to know you is by reading your applications. So really put whatever that you've been doing that makes you stand out, put it on your cover letter. If you went on a mission trip, you're a volunteer at some a church or whatever the case may be, definitely put that down. Share any relevant details that we would not be able to find on a resume or a CV. Definitely tell us how your value aligns with CHLA. And what I usually tell the candidates is spend some time to go to our hospital website to really get to know our mission, vision, and value. Another fun things that we have here at CHLA is we have our own YouTube channel. So if you want to get to know a little bit more about our culture, our highlighted video about our team member, our patient and family, and all the things that we do here at CHLA, feel free to check out our YouTube channel and our website so we can get a little feel about all the fun things that we do here. And lastly, if you are indicating 2 unit preferences, make sure you definitely share with us why you want to pick those 2 units and how do they resonate with you, in your previous experience, or why you're interested in joining us in those units. So the screening interview process, how does that gonna look like, right? So phase 1, we have something called our centralized hiring committee review. So what that's gonna happen is when you submit your application to us, we have HR share all those applications with us. We have our hiring committee, which they will do the dual screening of all the applications. We utilize a standardized rubric to score each application, and if your application able to advance to the next level, then you will be invited to join us for your first round interview with our hiring committee. Same thing, we will do the dual interview process. We will be utilizing a standardized interview questions and also the standardized rubric to score each applicant on their responses. And if you do advance to the next level, we'll go ahead and dive into phase 2, which will be the unit-based interview, which you will have an opportunity to interview with your unit leaders and staff. And we will also have standardized interview questions for that. And they've used the rubric as a score. And then at the end, once they're able to select the candidates that they would like to hire, they will reach out to HR, and the HR will be extending the offer to you guys. Okay, so that's the process that we have here at CHLA. And then the scoring rubric. What are the 4 things that we focus on? So the first thing that we really want to emphasize is alignment with CHLA. So like I said, I really welcome you all. If you do want to join our organization, definitely check out our website and really learn about our mission, vision, and value, the things that we do, all the innovative initiatives, research, and all the fun things that we're doing here. Share a little bit about what are some of the unit-specific skills that you do have. And here at CHLA, we definitely value DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion. So we will have a question about that. And also you will have an opportunity to also share with us one of your patient experience. So you're probably going to be asked, share with us a time where you deliver excellent patient care. So start thinking about those scenarios during clinicals and or your current job. That you're able to share with us. So I don't know if you wanted to take a picture of that for those that are interested in applying here at CHLA. For our March 2025 cohort information sessions, feel free to take a picture if you want. We are having 2 info sessions via Teams. So session number 1 will be on Wednesday, September 25th from 3 to 4. And then session number 2 will also be via Teams. It will be on Friday, October 4th from 1 to 2. So I'm just going to hang in here for 5 seconds for you guys to take a picture.
Yes, go ahead and take a picture or a screenshot or,
yes,
take that information with you.
All right. And then I'm going to go ahead and move on. Feel free to take a picture of this as well. These are the important dates and deadline for our March 2025 application. So our application opens for our March 2025 cohorts will be between October 11th to October 25th. I know it's a long way from now, but you guys are graduating soon and you're going to be taking your NCLEX and all those fun stuff. So it's going to be around the corner for you all. So like I said, application opens from October 11th to October 25. Application screening will be between October 30th to November 8th. First round of interview with the hiring committee will be between November 12th to November 15th. And then a final interview, which will be with your unit leaders and staff, will be between November 25th to December 5th. And we are hopefully able to start giving out offer starting December 9th, the week of December 9th. And our cohort is going to start on Monday, March 3rd in 2025. So if you need to take a picture, go ahead and do so. All right. I also want to share a couple of things about what are some of the professional development opportunity here at CHLA. So once you join here, there's definitely numbers of opportunity for you. Given that we are a teaching institute, we really highly value education and professional development and how to continue to support you in a way. So a couple of things here is there will be a lot of continuing education opportunity. You have opportunity to join our organizational and or unit-based committees, advanced degree and formal education opportunities if you do desire to continue to advance your career. You also have an opportunity for career advancement, so you can go from RN2 to RN3, 4, 5, 6, and whatnot. Not 4, 5, 6, but you know what I mean. You have other things that you can advance to. Nursing professional certification, we definitely help support that, and also we do help financially if you do want to get your certification. Okay, there are certain certification that you guys want to pursue. We do have those prep courses here at CHLA as well. So more to come if you do want to dive into that. You could be one of our clinical experts, skills instructor, or preceptor. Um, you can also continue with our nursing professional ladder promotion, and also you could be our mentor as well in the future. I want to also some of the benefit at CHLA. So there are definitely shift differential for evening shift, night shift, and weekend shift. Relocation assistant, we have PTO, we have medical, dental, vision plans, and tuition reimbursement, and many more as well. So stay tuned for that if you want to hear more. And this is our RN residency website, so feel free to check it out if you have any questions. I am on LinkedIn and very active as well, so feel free to add me on LinkedIn and connect with me if you feel like, I know I have limited time today. I've been talking really fast. I'm sorry. This is usually my 30 an hour presentation. And I do a little more deep dive into our curriculum. But if you do have more questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me via LinkedIn. I'm more than happy to be there for you and guide you along. All of our talent acquisition team also has a LinkedIn as well. So I can go back to that slide if you want to take a picture and connect with them and add them. That would be great as well if you want. So other than that, that is the end of my presentation. I'm going to go ahead and go back to the slide with all our TA team. So you guys can take a picture. And how about this? I'm gonna stay here. These are our leaders. If you want to connect with them via LinkedIn, so you guys can take a picture. I'll hang in there for a couple of seconds. Alrighty. And the next slide, this is the residency team, myself and Melissa. So feel free to connect with us as well on LinkedIn. And then here we go. This is our TA team. Okay. If you guys missed anything or you want me to pull up the slide or and whatnot, feel free to connect with Juan, and then we'll figure it out, and then I'll share the information with you all. Okay. Otherwise, thank you for having me today. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing, and then I'll hand it back to Juan.
All right, thank you, Emily. That was great.
Pleasure.
Yeah, thank you. CHLA in the house. Switching gears slightly, we have also Ventura County Healthcare Services. And I see Sharon here. I'm not sure if Sabrina was able to join today. Oh yes, you are here, Sabrina. There you go. Oh, you're Ventura County Health. There you go. Awesome. Yeah. So we'll go ahead and pass it to Ventura County.
I'm going to go ahead and share my screen.
Yeah. Did it get stuck? It's still sharing CHLA.
I think it's working.
It's working? Okay, there you go.
Can you see me?
Yay.
Screen?
Beautiful.
Awesome. Okay. Well, thank you all for joining. My name's Sabrina Anderson, and I am the recruitment manager for the County of Ventura Healthcare Agency. I know we are slightly a long way from home, but it is strategic. We love UCLA. We have attended some in-person hiring events, and the most common question is definitely, what are you doing all the way out here? But the next question is, oh my gosh, I lived there. Tell me why, So Ventura County is, I think, it's an incredible place to live. It's an incredible place to work. So, cost of living is very similar to Los Angeles, but you get that coastal view, and the quality of life is slightly different than Los Angeles. But I lived in LA for 5 years, so no hate. I love LA. But just, this might be something different if you're looking for something different. So hopefully, if you're interested, we can answer some of your questions. Okay, so let me get started. Like I said, my name, and Sharon is also here. It looks like she's here with Tiffany maybe. And I'm going to talk the least. You're probably going to want to hear from her more than you want to hear from me. So I'm just going to give a little intro. So the healthcare agency is actually comprised of 5 different departments. Sharon's here representing our hospitals. We have 2 of them, Ventura County Medical Center and Santa Paula Hospital. But we also have our ambulatory care department, which is comprised of a lot of our clinics. We have about 26 clinics within the county. So those are serving our underserved population, specifically with like outpatient care. We also have public health and behavioral health departments, which are servicing, they're pretty obvious, in mental health and public health nurses. And then we also have our very own Ventura County healthcare plan in-house. So we run the gamut really of like the type of nursing you can do, all the way from like acute care in a lot of different departments. We have emergency, psych, all of that in our hospitals, but we also have like really case management type nursing. So if you're interested in any kind of nursing, we've pretty much got it all within our departments. And so if you're interested in nursing in any sort of facet, we can probably house you. The healthcare agency is one of our largest agencies, actually the largest agency within the county as an employer. We've got up to almost, I think we just surpassed 3,000 employees. 800 or a little over 800 of those are actually nurses. So nursing is a large portion of what we do in healthcare here at the healthcare agency. And so we have our mission statement at the top of this, which is to protect and promote the health and well-being of everyone in Ventura County. And I will say that I stand by that. My mom actually had a brain tumor 5 years ago, and I would rather go to Ventura County Medical Center than anywhere else in the world because of the quality of treatment that she got. So it's personally impactful to me, not just in my employment, but also in my personal life. So I think it's a great place to work and serve the people of Ventura County. And so with that, at the end, I'll talk about how to apply and all that kind of stuff. But I know something that's really cool that we have implemented in the more recent years is our nurse residency program. And so I'll let Sharon talk a little bit about that.
Hi, my name's Sharon Wechter. I want to introduce myself. I'm the manager here of the Nursing Professional Development Nursing Education Department. And here is...
Hi, I'm Dr. Melanie Cross, and I also work here at Ventura County Medical Center in the education department.
Yep. So we started our nurse residency program about a year ago. So we're fairly new into this program, excited to launch. We're actually have 3 cohorts with our 4th that's going to start in July. So our program is a year long. We have 16 sessions that we meet in person, but we also do have ability. Oh, thank you so much, Sabrina. So, and again, I appreciate Ventura County. I came from tertiary care centers in the Bay Area. So this is really, I love working where I live. Ventura has been a new home for me. I've been here about 20 years now. And I do love living by the coast. The vibe here, we're kind of one of the last surfing towns. So yes, I had a bunch of surfers in my family. I also, another love that drove me here is I have kids, and I am a pediatric ICU nurse by trade. So I wanted to work in a place that had a robust pediatric services, and this does. We are the pediatric unit here in Ventura County. We have a small PICU, community level PICU, as well as a robust pediatric unit. So, and then we have pediatric specialty in ambulatory care. So again, like Sabrina talked about, there's a lot of ways to go here. We also have an inpatient psychiatric unit located on our campus. So there are, we have many RN residents that choose to go into psych nursing. And as well as, the adult services, I call them. It's not really my world, but, everything from ICU step down. We have OR services. We do Children's Day in the OR too. So we have pediatric surgeons, anesthesiology. And then even the public health department, if that is something that interests you, through a lot of classes, I've met a lot of our outpatient world. We have backpacks in medicine, right? We have a whole person care team model that goes out to meet the needs of our homeless population. So, so really our goal here is to meet the needs of the underserved and underinsured. And by that, I really feel like there's a culture here that the nurses, as well as all of our staff, has that really cares and respects those that we serve and provide care for. So again, back to the residency program. So we're excited. We do have a hiring event this Friday. If anybody wants to do a walk-in, I think Sabrina's going to talk a little bit more about that. Yeah. So that is, only with a 2-day notice here, but you can always apply. We do take externs here 3 months prior to graduation. And you can be an extern until you take your NCLEX and then transition into the RN residency program. We will start another program in January. So if that is on the radar, definitely. And you can still apply, even though if you cannot make that May 31st event, you can still apply and be interviewed. We do hire 2 specialty areas here in our hospital. So, you can always ask in the interview process, kind of what units are hiring for, as well as in your application, identify what areas that you're interested in applying for. So, from that hiring event, again, July 23rd is the start of our 4th cohort. And again, if you're interested, the next one will be in January. So we do run the full year. We do a lot of interdisciplinary work with our new grad or RN residency program. We bring in a lot. We are a level 2 trauma center, so we bring in our trauma surgeons to talk about shock. We bring our trauma nurses. We have a neuro specialist, CNS, who talks about neuro, intensive care. So again, super excited to bring the collaboration that we have here through a community level hospital. Anything else you want to? Oh, I will say we recently also combined our RN residency program to have like a wellness program. So we have a nurse practitioner in our ED, and we're able to focus on wellness and, provide you the support that you need as you transition into being your role as a professional nurse.
Yeah, I mean, I think you summed it up very well. I've been around for a long time, and actually at CHLA, I've been a clinical instructor since 2006. So I know and love CHLA. PEDS is my background. But the reason why I accepted a position here when they recruited me is because my behind the scenes look, I see things from a different view as a clinical instructor. And the nurses here do have respect for all the patients. And I just love that as a foundation. So it's a place that's growing. There's room for you. And it's good to be part of, the future.
Thank you, ladies. And do you have any more, Sharon? Sorry, I didn't want to cut you off.
No.
Okay, awesome. All right, well, with our last few minutes here, just want to talk super high level overview of some of our benefits and incentives. Everybody loves a holiday. We've got 12 holidays. We do offer bilingual incentive depending on the need and your certification of skill. So levels 1, 2, 3. So level 1 is your basic conversational Spanish, or any language really. Spanish is our highest utilized language here. All the way up to our level 3, which is being able to translate documents. So that's up to $1.32 per hour onto your paycheck. We also have an educational incentive, so you can be eligible for up to 5% for a master's degree or higher, 3.5% for a bachelor's degree, 2.5% for an associate's. So we do compensate you for educational incentives. We also have a 401k and 457 plans. We offer shift differential pay for nights and weekends. We also have a county pension, which is honestly not a lot of places have. So I'd say one of our stars of the show is our pension that we still are offering. We also have preceptor pay and certification pay. We offer up to 5 certifications, which is a little over 81 cents per hour for up to 5 certifications. And then we also offer $2 per hour for a national certification as one of those 5 certifications. So our pay is dependent upon the position and years of service, but all of these different things can be added on. So sometimes people get a little bit of sticker shock with our salary, but that's because we do pay for certifications, and not a lot of agencies are doing that. So one of our stars. Like Sharon mentioned, we do have a hiring event coming up on May 31st. It's on Friday. I encourage you, if you can try and make it, feel free to come by. If you can apply beforehand, that's great. But if not, we do take walk-ins. So come visit us. We're giving tours of our hospital so you can actually see where you'll work. I think our CNO is actually doing those tours, so you can also meet her as well and some of our nurse managers. So it's a great networking opportunity. I highly encourage you to come visit. Like Sharon mentioned, we do have an externship. So if you're in your last 3 months, which probably a lot of you are, the last 3 months of your nursing, before you've taken your NCLEX, essentially, we can actually hire you on as an extern. And when you pass your NCLEX, as long as you're, meeting your competencies, you can become a registered nurse with us. You already have a job right out of school, which I think is exciting. And I know as you're finishing school, I don't know how many of you are new grads or about to be new grads, but I know that feeling of like, oh my gosh, now I got to figure out what I'm going to do or where I'm going to work. And so I think this is a really great way just to give yourself some security, to know that like, I'm still learning, but I'm going to be entering into a residency program. I'm going to be, for a year, really supported and advocated for in my role, and also have a sure job as a registered nurse when I pass my NCLEX. So I think that's a great selling point for you. So if you can, we're going to be there from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at our Ventura County Medical Center. There's also on our website, there's more information there too. So you can visit our website and see that information. I don't have a super in-depth version of how to apply for our positions, but there is a beautiful girl on our website who is doing some tips, how to apply, how to find the right job. And so if you go to our website, hr.ventura.org, we've got a plethora of videos on how to apply, how to actually find the right job, how to prepare for a selection interview, how to prepare for an oral exam or a written exam. There are no written or oral exams actually for nursing positions, but in case you promote and you go to another position that does require that, we do have those resources for you. And we're public service. So of course, these are not just helpful for you to get a job at the county, but helpful for you to get a job anywhere. So I highly recommend you use those resources and tools. But if you want to visit our website, if you're absolutely convinced, like Ventura County is the place I want to work, you can visit our website, ventura.org/jobs, and then fill out an application. At the bottom of every job bulletin is actually the information of our whatever recruiter is recruiting for that position. And I just want to show, let me see if I can get out of here really quickly. Give me one sec. I want to show you our website. So the position that can you guys still see my screen with the website? Okay, so the position, if you're even from an extern entry level all the way to a registered nurse 2, which is just if you have 6 months or more of experience, you can actually visit our website, and the position is called registered nurse 1-2 and nurse extern. We hire for both regular and per diem. This is the position that we hire most positions from, because it is pretty general. So if you click on the position, once you've created a profile on government jobs, if you haven't used government jobs, once you've created a profile and actually filled out an application, that profile becomes saved on government jobs. And then any other position that comes up in the future, you can use that same thing. You don't have to refill out anything. You just update it as necessary. So if you've worked a bit longer or you've done a little bit more specialized things, you can update it, but you don't have to recreate your application every single time. And then there's a few questions that it'll ask here. And the reason I bring this up is because these are all of our different specialties. So we ask the question, where are you willing to work? And then where do you actually have experience? So like Sharon mentioned, we do hire into specialties as externs, and so and new grads. So this is a good opportunity. Obviously, you can see there are other nurse types. So for any of our specialty nurses in the call, there are other positions. We have our circulating operating room nurse, different types of positions. They're open. It'll tell you when the position is going to close. If it says continuous, I would apply as soon as possible, because you never know when those are going to close. Others have actual closing dates. This is our flyer for the nurse hiring event, which is coming up, but it does have a closing date, obviously, because that's when the event is. So, and then back to the PowerPoint, I just want to give you my contact information if you need it. So that's my email and Sharon's email if you want to take a screenshot. Again, our website, we're also active on our social media. It's a shared social media, so it's not just healthcare information. There's all of the county, but healthcare is hiring the most. So you'll see a lot of healthcare positions posted onto our Instagram and LinkedIn. We also have a Facebook and a Twitter or an X, but we are most active on Instagram and LinkedIn. And feel free to add me on LinkedIn as well. Sabrina Anderson, pretty easy to find. And thank you. That is it.
All righty, thank you. That was wonderful. Thank you, Ventura County. Great. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next segment of the program. We'll open up the breakout rooms, and attendees will be able to hop from room to room to ask questions of our representatives here today. Just a reminder, we do have the UCLA School of Nursing recruitment team here today to answer a few questions for those of you interested. I'll go ahead and open the rooms now. Open all rooms. So there's a breakout room for CHLA, one for Ventura County, and one for UCLA Nursing. Did you all get the invitation to join? I see that people have been moving. Okay, people are moving. Yay. Okay, good. Yeah, trickle in. You need me to assign you, Sharon? Oh, you're muted.
Can you assign me to the Ventura one? Sandra.
Yes, yes, Sandra. Okay, let me do that right now. Do you need help, Alina? Do you need help getting into our room, Alina, or are you good? Okay, well, let me know. I'll be here.